Come on in.
Pastor Carl Mobley leads the second oldest black church in St. Petersburg, the 10th Street Church of God.
I was ordained in the same church, and it was standing room only. They had to turn 200 and some people away.
In his 20 years here, he has a lot of memories and a lot of history.
When you pray and fast to get ready to preach, and the Holy Spirit is all over you, and you can't describe that.
This church now sits silent. Pastor Mobley hasn't held a service here in 3 years.
I miss this. I miss this on Sunday morning, going around shaking everybody's hand.
He says the church is falling apart. There's water damage, old wiring, and termites are wreaking havoc.
Look up under there. Look at all that termite. I have had a termite guy to come out, and he said, "You're wasting your time. You cannot save this church."
It needs a new roof, which costs around $80,000. But with the congregation down to a handful of members, the pastor says the cash just isn't there.
The insurance was taken off. They dropped us because the building is not qualified.
The 10th Street Church of God was built in 1898 and is on the St. Pete's Registry of Historic Places. The pastor says he's trying to remove the building from the registry and put it up for sale, but claims he's getting resistance from the city and that his attempts to secure grants to fix the building have been unsuccessful.
Years ago, when the building needed to be repaired, and when we scuffled and scraped to maintain to keep the code violations off of us, where were you at then?
City officials say they're trying to help the pastor.
Our office has tried to assist them in connecting with different grants.
Derek Kilborn is the manager of urban planning and historic preservation for St. Petersburg. He says the church can be sold and even torn down if the proper permits are filled out.
The building itself does have commercial zoning, and it could be adaptively reused.
But the city would like to see the church preserved. Pastor Mobley says the funds that are needed to match the grant just aren't there. He says if someone can come in and fix the place, he'd stay.
And that touches my heart when somebody come and say, you're trying to profit from a building. No. We're trying to keep doing God's way. This building means so much to us.
Pastor Mobley says it's a sad sight, but he remains hopeful. Something good will happen.
Matthew 21:22 says, if you have the faith when you pray, you will believe and it will be given to you whatever you ask for.
But for now, the church, its pews, will sit empty, stuck in limbo with an uncertain future. In St. Petersburg, Jeff Van Sant, Spectrum News.